Um, we've made it to Thursday, so happy Thursday. Just make sure everyone's muted. Okay, perfect. So you can go ahead and meet me standing on your mat once you're all set up, and then go ahead and just reach your hands up over your head for me, up towards that ceiling, and then bring your gaze up towards that ceiling. Take a big inhale. And then as you reach those hands long and strong, give me that soft back bend. And then go ahead and dive your hands down to that mat, hanging there nice and heavy. Take another big inhale. And then soften the bend in your knees, reaching your hands towards that floor. And then you'll slowly start to roll yourself all the way back up to the top. Hands are going to reach up overhead. Take a big inhale. One more time, reaching up towards that ceiling. Give me that soft back bend. And then go ahead and dive your hands slowly all the way down towards that mat. Once you're down at the bottom, think about that inhale and that exhale to let your lower back release, let your head release, and really just try to take any bit of tension out of it. And then you'll slowly start to restack heads. The last thing that will come up, hands will come right behind your head. Open your stance so you're about hip width distance. And then give me those good mornings, shifting your hips to the back of the room. I really want you to feel that nice stretch, so don't rush through these. So think about as you come down, you're hinging at your hips, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs, and then you'll stand up nice and tall. Stay in these for about 20 seconds for me, and think about every time that you hinge forward, you're not bending your knees. I want you to dig into that nice stretch in the back of your legs as you bring your belly button up towards that spine. Good. You're going to give me about 2 more right here, and then you'll meet me standing. We're going to go into first series. Good. In 3, in 2, and then on 1, go ahead and grab your light weights for me. If you have Balas, you're welcome to stick them on your ankles. We're going to bring those weights into our hand. They're not going to do much. They're just going to be a little bit of added tension. So you're going to bring your right toes to the back of that left ankle as we go into our staggered deadlift here. So again, right toes are in line with the back of that left ankle. Hands are just going to hold those weights. And then you're going to lightly guide those weights down to your knees, maybe right past your knees, and then lift up and squeeze. Good. So really think about as you shift those hips, everything should be happening in that left leg, big squeeze of your glutes at the top. So every time that you reach down, you're keeping those shoulders relaxed. You're pulling that belly button in towards that spine, and then you're really lighting up your left leg. When you're hinging back, I don't need you to reach those weights towards the mat, and I don't even need you to have a weight. You can just do this with that single leg and bring your hands to prayer. If you don't have anything here, you're going to give me about 3 more, shifting that weight, lifting all the way back up to the top. Good. You've got 2 to go right here, lowering down, lifting and squeezing. Last one right here. Keep those weights in your hands. As you stand up, bring those weights into prayer. You're going to take that right foot, step it out into your side lunge, step together. So now you're shifting into that left side inner thigh. So we just got that left hamstring. Option with those weights here, you can reach them to frame your foot and then stand together, or you can keep them in prayer. I'm fine with either one, but now I want you to stepping out with that right side. If you're not holding a weight, do what you want with those hands. They can fully extend and then come back into prayer. What I want you to think about, because we're going to put these 2 together, is it's a slow movement. So in you stepping into that side lunge, I need all 10 toes to still face forward. You're sinking into that imaginary chair for me. So shoot your butt back. I bet you can give me 1 more inch, Max. 1 more. Yes. All the way out and then stand. Perfect. On this next one, meet me at the top and hold. You're going to give me 1 staggered deadlift, and then you'll step out to the side. Weights can stay down or they can stay in that prayer. Think about in that staggered movement, you step out, foot comes back in, and then you give me that hinge. You have to go slow because you're doing a lot of things with your legs right here. I recognize that. I'm trying to confuse those muscles a hint. When you take that really big step out into your lunge, I want you to take your time because I want you to sink your butt back. And I really want a nice wide stance. When you come back to that top to give me that staggered deadlift and reach down, it's got to be slow. If you don't go slow, you're going to lose your balance. Focus on what that leg is doing. You still want about hip width distance. So when you do the lunge, you're going to want to glue those legs together. Try to stop that leg and keep it a little bit wider than you're used to. You meet me at the top in 5, 4, good, 3, last one, and 2, hold at the top for me. Bring those weights down to your side for a second. Take a big inhale, drive that right knee up. From here, weights come back into prayer, or you can reach those weights as we go into that single leg deadlift. Big reach, and then pull back up. You're in that seesaw motion. Big reach here, and now you're focused on your balance, because in that first round, you know how you had that foot stepping down on the mat. Again, the weights are just the advanced movement. Ditch them if it's too much. You don't have to have them. I just want to give you a little bit of extra challenge and get that heart rate up a little bit more. 15 seconds. We're putting it together one more time, except you're going into a knee lift until instead of that staggered, you'll step out into your side lunge. You're going to give me that knee lift right into that single leg. So a little bit different. Normally I put this together with a reverse lunge. I want you to hold at the top for me. We go back into that side lunge in 3. Give me one more of that singles. Yep. 2, meet me with that knee lift. And then you're going to step out into your side lunge. Give me a knee lift at the top. Step out into your side lunge, and then that knee lift at the top. No one has to rush through this. Focus on this side lunge, but don't forget that knee lift. Set yourself up with your balance. Yes, nice, that's good. Shoulders look nice, Kathleen. Hold on to that. Form is great. Amy, nice wide stance. That looks good with your side lunge. In 10 seconds, we put it together. Last time through it, I know we went through no break. You have 8 seconds here. 7, keep stepping out. Think about pressing on those pinky toes as you lift all the way back up. In 3, you meet me at the top. In 2, everyone holds at the top. I want one single leg reach of that deadlift and then one of your side lunges. This is where you're challenging yourself with the knee lift because you're used to putting that foot down for your balance. So can you really strengthen that left ankle here? We're starting non-dominant side. So even though you're thinking to yourself, okay, it will get easier on that other one as you step out. I know you're moving that right leg, but your left leg is what is stabilizing. You have about 15 seconds right here. You're going to meet me in that top of your range. You're going to set both feet down. You're going right into a 3 change plank series. And I will give you a tiny rest before we go into that other side. Breathe right here for me. In 5 seconds, you're going to meet me at the top. We'll reach those weights down towards the floor. You'll step back into your plank. First plank of class in 3. Finish wherever you are in 2, find a stopping point, and then bring those feet together. Take your weights, dive them down to your mat. Don't worry about your computer. Step back into your plank hold. You're welcome to hold your weights if it'll help your wrists. If not, you go right into that first plank. If you're going to avoid wrists, you're on your forearm plank. Everybody else, stay on your hands and go into your shoulder taps. We've got shoulder taps for 30 seconds. You're already 5 seconds into it. I want your feet wide, and I want you to really think to yourself as you're here, can I keep my hips square? Everyone's going to be on their forearms in a hold in less than 15 seconds. So you can do this. Keep tapping your shoulders, keep pulling those lower abs in, holding in that forearm plank. In 5, you're going to walk down to your forearms. In 3, in 2, freeze for me right here. Nobody move until you find your foundation in your forearm plank. Hold, hold, hold. Now focus on your feet. You're going to walk them out, in, walk out, in. We've been working on these because I want you to feel it happening in the lower half of your body. I want you to think, can I really keep those hips square? Can I pull lower belly in? Can I contract through those abs? Out, in. 5 seconds to go. Final hold happens in 4. Final hold in 3. In 2, freeze for me right here. I need you to press into that mat, make those shoulders nice and strong. Don't move. You have less than 30 seconds, and then we're going to get ready to stand back up. Everyone is breathing right here. Take that big inhale. I need you to walk back up to your hands in 10 seconds. We're going to lift into our downward dog, and we're going to pedal out our knees in 5, in 4. Make a smooth transition here. 3, And 2, walk back up to those hands and then lift your hips right up. You're out of it and start to pedal out those knees. Take your time here. Don't just throw yourself right back up to standing. Walk hands into your feet and feet into your hands. And then you're going to slowly roll yourself all the way up to the top, grabbing those weights on the way. If you use them first round, you'll use them here. I'm going to get us right into it. You take a sip of water if you need it. Left toes are right at the back of that right ankle. Soften the bend in your right knee. Go into that staggered deadlift and set yourself up for success right here. You do not need to have weights. You can bring hands to prayer. You can just dive those hands to the floor. You are going to feel a stretch in the back of your right leg if you think about what you're doing. Just like in your warm-up, you're still hinging at your hips. So as you hinge those hips back, your top half comes down, soft bend in your knees. I don't care how many you get. I really want you to fire up that right leg right from the start so that you can feel it even more when we start to single out that leg. You have about 15 seconds here, taking your time. Good. Make sure your feet are about hips width distance here. And then as you're in that deadlift position, think once you get to the bottom, can you give yourself a centimeter more before you lift up and squeeze? We're going to start stepping into that side lunge in 5. In 4, that left leg is what moves. In 3, side lunge. In 2, you'll step out to the side and then lift back up. Step all the way out and then lift back together. Take your time in this side lunge. If you're not feeling it, I want you to think, yes, you're going to step out and feel that really long length in that right inner thigh. But I want you to press through, squeeze your quads, squeeze your left corner pocket of your booty, pressing into those pinky toes as you step together. All 10 toes do stay forward here. Thinking about shoulders relaxing. With those weights, you're just going to frame your foot if you're holding them, and I want you to take your time. I'd rather you sink down a centimeter further than you think you can than focusing on how many you can get right here. 10 seconds to go. We put it together in 9, in 8. Then camis, inner thighs and outer thighs right here in 4, 3, good, 2, you're going to step back in. This will be that trickiest change right here because your feet are going to want to come together. You give me 1 staggered deadlift, and then you step that foot right out to the side. Once you step back in, think about, can I keep my feet about hips width distance? And you can do that by taking your time in your step because your feet aren't going to come right together. Think about hands either going back into prayer or reaching down towards that floor, creating that length for me. Just 10 seconds right here. Do not give up on that. It's 1 staggered deadlift, 1 side lunge. If you do not like putting these together, just pick one and finish it out for the next 15 seconds for me. I'm fine with that too. But I want you to be using both legs here. Think your right leg, so cute. Your right leg is really what's trying to work. 5 seconds, 4, and we're at the top holding in 3. Good. In 2. On that last one, I want you to hold at the top for me. Now bring your left knee up for me, hold. And then I want you to go into that single leg deadlift. Big reach. And then you pull everything back in. Full extension here, and then pull everything back in. Now is when your right leg should be starting to get fatigued. So as you take your time right here, I want you to think to yourself, can you, yes, can you really overly extend those legs? Can you squeeze your glutes as tight as you can for me? And then can you reach those arms? Good, nice job. You can see the cutest little baby that I can see right now, that you know how we're playing hide and seek with each other. You've got 10 more seconds right here. You are going to drop that foot down. We've got a side lunge coming your way in 5, in 4, in 3, good, in 2, meet me at the top, hit your side lunge, but add your knee lift in. Side lunge with a knee lift. Side lunge with a knee lift. Here's where, if your heart rate didn't come up before, it's going to start to come up. You should be relatively fatigued right now. Step out into your side lunge, press off of those pinky toes, lift and squeeze. When you, yes, nice, Kathleen. When you stand at the top, squeeze both cheeks as tight as you can. Focus on your glutes before you get back into those inner thighs. In less than 45 seconds, you're out of this. So I want you to think, in 15 seconds, we're going to put the 2 movements together, and then our legs will be warm and everyone will have jackets off. Yes, 5 seconds to go. 4, yes, with the weights. They look really strong. And if you have Balas on, you're fighting right here. Let's put it together in 3, in 2, wherever you are, add it together. 1 single leg deadlift. Give me the knee lift. and then step out with that foot. I know you should be fatigued right here, but what I want you to think about in that motion, I'll go right into that reverse lunge, is I need that knee to come up nice and high. Knee to come up nice and high. Good. 15 seconds right here. You're almost out of it. You go right into that second plank, but you don't stand up again. You're going to go into a child's pose. Don't worry about your computer because I really want you to do the second round even stronger. 5 seconds. You've got it. 4, full extension. 3, beautiful. 2, finish out wherever you are. Side lunge or that deadlift, come back down, reach those weights down to the floor, drop them and step back into your plank. Get right into your shoulder taps with a little bit of that urgency for me. 3 changes and you get water and a break. So fight through this full body series right here. Shoulder taps are happening. Legs are open up nice and wide here to help you to keep those hips square. Tap and center. Good. Tap and center. Really nice. Think about shoulders staying relaxed. Hips don't come up any higher. In 10 seconds, everyone's on their forearms. In 8, good. In 7, hips look good, Max. 6 and 5, you've got 4 and 3, final 2. Hold center for me. Go down to those forearms and find your foundation. Feet start going out, out, in. Heart rate's going to be up right here because you're focused on your core. Legs are tired. Shoulders are waking up. Options here. Out, out, in, walk out, out, in, go 10 and 9, in, it's 8, out, 7, in, 6 and 5, you have it, 4, out, in, 2 and 1, freeze. Final 30 seconds in your plank. I'd like legs glued together if you can. If it's not there for you and available, then just keep your feet separated, but do not drop out of this plank. You have it. Everyone is breathing. 20 seconds to go. Big inhale, release shoulders, press forearms into that mat. You've got 10 seconds. Nice names. 8 and 7, final 6 in a child pose. 5 and 4, you've got it. 3 and 2, everyone take that rest and find that really nice big child pose here. Opening knees up. Let's give those legs and hips a stretch. Reach your hands to the front of that mat. Take a big inhale. Exhale, reach 1 inch further for me. As you're in this movement, I want you to take a big inhale and really find that stretch. If you need to move your computer for me, I am going to cue you right into our next series, which is kind of abs and shoulders, a little bit on those wrists. So if you do need to move anything, you're going to take a sip of water. You're going to do that now, and then you're going to meet me in that all 4 position. I'm okay if you're on fists or if you're on those hands. I want you to give me a couple cat-cow stretches, and then we're going to go into that bird dog. We've got about 3 changes each side for you to hold on to. I think, Max, your wrist should be okay for these if we fold it over. Big inhale, and then go ahead and meet me with that really nice neutral spine. You're going to extend your left foot, extend your right arm. Everything lifts up, and we just hold right here for 10 seconds. Take a big inhale. Reach right arm forward, point through left toe, reach and squeeze that left glute. Now I want you to bring your elbow in to meet that knee. Find that full extension. Good. Bring that elbow in to meet your knee, and then really big reach. So shoulders, glutes, and abs are working right here. Lots of balance for you. When you are in that full extension, I need you to squeeze your glute, find as much length as you can in that left leg, and then extend right arm. Holding everything out for me. In 4, you're going to get 1 more in. In 3, tap knee to elbow 1 more time, and then extend and hold. You're going to tap arm and toe down, lift and squeeze. Tap arm and toe down, lift and squeeze. Now the difference here in this lift and squeeze is every time that you lift, I need you to reach. So think, can I relax my shoulder and reach 1 inch further? We put these 2 movements together, and then you get a rest on this side. In 5 seconds, we're going to add back in that knee to elbow full extension, and then you'll add that tap down. 2 big movements. Hold on to it. In 3, in 2, find your tap, lift and squeeze, then pull elbow into your knee. Round through your spine, lift that lower body up as you tilt that pelvic bone forward. 20 seconds right here. Big inhale, big exhale. Every time you pull everything in, think about lengthening that lever as you're reaching and you're squeezing. 8 and 7, beautiful. 6 and 5. We're going to go into the switch of those sides. In 4, back to center, give me your cat-cow. In 3, finish up that last rep wherever you are. Meet me back in that all 4, hit your cat-cow stretch again.
You're switching out those arms. Remember, it's only that 3 changes with the 10-second hold. So you have it. After you give me that cat-cow stretch, you're gonna extend that right leg and that left arm. You're gonna lift everything up and you're gonna find your hold. I need you to squeeze your booty as tight as you can. Reach that shoulder out. From here, you bring elbow in to meet that knee, full extension squeeze. Bring elbow in to meet that knee, full extension and that squeeze. You have this. If anyone's wrists really start to drive them nuts, just go into your dead bug and then we'll meet you on our back. You have 8 seconds here before we add that full tap down. You hold out for me in 5. Yes, balance looks awesome. 4, good. 3 and 2. Finish that last one. If you need to, find your full extension, toes tap, hands tap, and then we lift and squeeze. So think to yourself here, I know you might think this is an easy basic movement, but it's so difficult. If you pull belly button and keep your core locked in right here, and then squeeze your glutes, yep, form looks great. Add it together in 3 and 2. You're going to give me one of those tilt of those pelvic bones. Yes, like you want to bring your belly button to your forehead. Full extension, tap everything down, big reach and squeeze for me. Make this count right here. Don't worry, you're coming onto your backs after this. I just want to do a little bit of the shoulder stability and your core really strong. You're coming onto your backs after this movement. No child's pose. So we have 8 seconds here, and then you're going to come sit on your booties for me in 6, in 5, really strong, in 4, beautiful, 3 and 2, come all the way down, come right onto your backs for me. Take a big inhale, and then you're gonna go ahead and bring your feet right into that tabletop position. Your knees are right over your hips. We're just flipping it all around. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Look between those legs. I'm fine if Balas are still on. Right arm, left leg. You're right at those dead bugs. And then that left arm and that right leg. Can you stay up nice and high right here? And then think about every time that you reach, you squeeze and contract through your quad. You reach that arm long and strong. You should feel all of that warmth building in your stomach because your shoulders are now warm, your glutes are working, but your core is protecting that back by pulling lower back into that mat and really thinking about where you're contracting. You're going to meet me at the top in 5, hold on to it in 4, 2 changes and a rest in 3, hold at the top in 2, hands come back behind your head, hit your bicycles for me, twist towards that left knee, twist towards that right knee and make these count 20 seconds right here. Every time, I know the Balas are going to change your bicycle, so I want you to think when you extend that leg, it's okay if it goes up 1 inch higher than you're used to, but really think about exhale, twist, 10 seconds to go here, 9 and 8, you have it, 7 and 6, legs come all the way up towards the ceiling here, and 5, 4, perfect, 3 and 2, back through center, legs extend, reach those hands, tap your ankles, little taps. Little taps. If you need hands behind your heads, I understand, but think about lower abs right here. You have 20 seconds, you're out of it. We go into that first rest. So I need you reaching for those toes, but I want length behind those knees. Point through your toes, find that nice stretch. 5 seconds, 4 and 3, you've got it. 2 on 1, everyone rest, knees into chest. Take a big inhale, pull those knees in and find that nice little rest here. So as knees pull into your chest, go ahead and take that nice little soft rock from side to side. You better rest. And he's like, I got 15 seconds left in me. Tiny little rock from side to side right here. Beautiful. And then I want you to go ahead and bring the bottoms of your feet together. We've just got 2 changes left, and then we're going to go back into our legs and arms. So from here, bottoms of your feet are together. The closer your feet are to your seat, the harder it will be. Hands never come past your shoulders. You're going to take a big inhale. You're going to contract through your abs. Notice our feet don't come off of the mat. You come down, 2, 3, exhale, lift, tap right in front of your toes. Your feet are going to want to lift the first couple times, and now readjust your feet. Either pull them away, or if you need it harder, you pull them towards you. I want you to press those knees apart. You're reaching in front. You can tap those toes, and then give me a 3 count down. I care about the slow pace coming down. You still have 20 seconds right here. Yes. Down for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift and squeeze right back up. Everyone's got time for about 2 to 3 more, depending on your pace. So 10 seconds right here. Make this count. 9 and 8. Beautiful. 7. You're at the top of your range. We hit Russian twist in 5. In 4, feet are still together right here. Stay lifted on your next one. Bring your heels down, toes apart. Reach your hands forward to set yourself up. Now tuck, 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 hold. Bring palms together. Don't move yet. Can you scoop out that belly? Can you really think about that C curve? Now twist right elbow, could tap left side, or right elbow taps that mat, then left side. Can you just find those slow controlled twists? I want them slow because I want your elbows to try to touch that mat. Less than 20 seconds. Yes. If they can't tap it, don't worry about it. Just think about, can I lean back any further? Can I twist any further? Can I really protect that lower back? 5, 4, sit all the way up in 3, in 2, in 1, and you rest. Good. Sit all the way up for me. Take that right hand. You're going to reach it behind your back. Find that final twist. Balas will come off if you had them. I want them as the option for your arms. Weights are going to come down. If you don't have them, grab your weights. We're going to do some seated arms right here. Options for balas, options for weights. If you have both, start with your heavier weights before you drop down to body weight. Once you are here, take a big inhale. Let's relax those shoulders and think about your core is now warm. So pull everything in, and then you're going to take those weights and find your goalpost. We're going to start with our rotations here, just in that slow rotation. If you have that weight, you're squeezing your weight. Elbows are in line with your shoulders. We rotate up, we rotate down. Go rotate up, then rotate down. Think to yourself, contracting. It's almost like you're trying to reach your elbows further away from your shoulders. So you've got 5, 4, perfect. 3, last 2, good. On this next one, can you bring those arms back down? You're going to lower arms to your side, lift and squeeze. I'm okay if you find a hint of a hinge here. I want you to squeeze right between your shoulder blades. We lift and we lower. If not, it's okay to be sitting upright, but if anyone's back is bothering them, lower, lift and squeeze. Good. For 5 and 4, you've got 3, last 2. Hold at the top on 1. You're going to extend those arms out to the side, pull them back in, palms face down, extend, and you bend. You've got to extend those arms and bend. Squeeze your triceps and your shoulders here for 5. Good. 4 and 3. Hold them out in 2. Last time pulling arms in, hold them out, little circles. Shoulders should be fatigued right here. Tiny controlled movement. 10 seconds. 9 and 8. You have it. 7 and 6. Relax those shoulders. Reach those arms long for 4 and 3, 2, and you freeze. Palms face me. Back to your goal post here. Rotate down and rotate up. Second round through. This should fatigue you fairly quickly. If you're contracting and squeezing those weights, find your posture in this rotation. What I want you to think about here is your elbows don't do anything but rotate. Shoulders rotate down. You've got 5 and 4. Hold at the bottom in 3. Beautiful. 2. Rotate down. Hold. We lower arms. We lift and squeeze. We lower arms. We lift and squeeze. Like you are trying to lift something up, like there is a heavy weight on your shoulder, something trying to pull you down, and you're going to press those arms up as hard as you can right till you get to that parallel point. 5, 4, good. 3 and 2, hold them up, extend those arms. We reach and pull those elbows in, reach, extend and squeeze. I need you to focus on triceps right here. So that long motion is where you're squeezing the back of your arms. You should be fatigued here. 8 and 7, we hit those circles. Watch your form. Everyone's going to start wanting to sink into it and get so tiny, be really big and long right here. Hold arms out in 3 and 2. Now circle opposite direction. Circle them out for me. Yes, you can. Long and strong, long and strong. Can you think about right here? Are you contracting through your abs? Legs aren't helping you through this. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms should be getting nice and toasty. Final 8 and 7, good. 6, tiny rest in 5, drop weights for me in 4, in 3, good. In 2, weights come down to your side, come right into that nice forearm cobra position. Now start squeezing forearms together. You're going to feel triceps, biceps, and those shoulders. Everything should be warm right here. Make your squeezes deliberate for me. Make your squeezes deliberate. Every time you squeeze, think to yourself, can I relax my shoulders? Can I pull my belly button in any tighter towards that spine? Good. 8 and 7. We're going to add a pulse up in 6. Keep squeezing. 5 and 4. You have this. 3 and 2. Now pulse in and up, pulse in and up. Don't cheat yourself, pulse in and up. We've got our final set of planks after this, just to finish out shoulders before we go back to legs. You are pulsing in and up for 5, in and up for 4, good, in 3, final 2, hold for me on 1, open back into your goalpost, extend those arms. I know you don't have a weight, now turn your palms towards the ceiling and reach those arms as long and strong as you can. Drop shoulders down. You've got this. I need you to reach. I don't care if you don't have a weight, because I want you to think about your breath. Can you take a big inhale? Can you contract your triceps, reach your arms long for me? You pulse to finish. Just pulse it up to finish. Pulse 10, pulse 9. You've got 8. You're going into a forearm plank in 7 seconds. Don't waste time. Get there here in 5, 4, final 3 and 2. Everybody hit your forearm plank and hold. Hit your forearm plank and hold. 4 changes, and then you don't have another plank today. Everything happens on your forearms. Hold. Nice movement. That was quick to get there. Take a big inhale here for me. I need your shoulders to be warm. So take that inhale. When you exhale, I want you to contract through your belly. Give me a slight tuck of your tailbone. You're going into that left side plank next, which means that left hand reaches towards right elbow and you open up in 5. In 4, find your side plank, legs staggered, stacked, or knee down. In 3, in 2, left hand walks to that right elbow, open all the way up and make this count. Yes, I don't care what side anyone's on, as long as you are going to hit both sides. Now I want you to think about gluing legs together. Your hips are going to want to roll back, tuck hips under, and then lift from that bottom. Really nice. Hold there. You've got 10 seconds. Take the big inhale. And then for this last 8 seconds, if you like the extra challenge, you can give me that reach under. Yes, give me that reach. Challenge yourself there. 5, good. 4. So as you're down, you reach your hand, keep reaching hips. 3, last 2 on this next one. Find that parallel, that little equal sign, bring that right arm through center, lift that left arm up. It's a 20-second hold. I'll give you the option for the 10-second movement. Here's what I need you to think. Take a peek at your fingertips. Your shoulder should be right underneath of your hand. Don't let it open up towards the back of the room. We all want to do that. We have a tendency to roll backwards here. I want you to think I'd rather you almost be tucked forward. You have 10 seconds, and then I'll give you the option to go into that arm, threading it underneath. In 5, yep, keep squeezing those hips, keep squeezing those inner thighs. You have it. 3 and 2. Now go ahead and thread that left arm underneath of that right. Yes. Every time you thread, can you lift your hips up even higher? Yes. 5. You're back to center in 4, 3, 2, find your center plank and hold. It's the last plank today. So even though you're tired and you want to take the break, I don't want you to. I want you to think, how strong am I in my core? Can I take that last big inhale, lift hips up just a centimeter, retuck? I'd rather you be so tucked under that the center of your butt is working harder almost than your core. Now belly button plugs in towards the spine. You're going to always be pressing into those first 3 toes. You have 15 seconds. That's it. You're going to be out of this so quickly. Beautiful. If your hands aren't already, I know you want to flip your palms towards the ceiling. Yes, there it is. 8, 7, 6 in a child's pose. 5 and 4. You have 3, 2, 1, rest. Really nice series. Open knees up nice and wide. Sink your hips all the way back for me. We're going to end up staying on your forearms, but if you need to shake it out or if you need a sip of water, you can go ahead and grab that. Now we're going to finish in our glutes in no props needed. If you have balls, you want to stick them on your ankles, you are welcome to, but you do not have to use anything. That's just for the advanced option. Forearms are going to come down onto the mat. And before you do anything here, I want you to go ahead and let yourself collapse in between your shoulders and then press yourself away. So I want you to feel what it feels like if you're sinking down. Now find the best form that you have. You're going to extend your right leg for me and you're going to lift it up towards that ceiling. It's 3 changes each side and you're basically out of here. You're at that 5-minute mark. Point through that toe. From here, I want little squeezes right at the top. So your leg is barely going to move. We haven't really done these in a hot second. Back to basics here. Point through your toe. Challenge yourself. If you need to, lift that left arm up and just make sure, your right arm up to make sure you have that little bit of balance. What I want you to think about here as you're in this movement is there's a cast on your leg. So you're creating as much length as you can in the back of that knee. The only reason you are pulsing is you are squeezing from the center of your booty as tight as you can for me. Now take that knee. I want you to bend that knee and bring it in to tap that mat or hover and then extend. So you're going to bring that knee to a hover, full extension. Because you're on your forearms, you're gonna be able to get a really nice angle here. Think top of the butt giving you some height, and then the line under your booty giving you that lift. Full extension squeeze. Don't rush bringing that knee back in. Give yourself that full contraction with your leg extended, and then you bring it back in. You have 8 and 7. Beautiful. 6 here. We put the 2 together. 5, 4. I need 3 pulses at the top, and 3. Hold this next one out, and 2. Hold it out, and then give me 3, 2, 1 with your pulses. Pull that knee in, full extension squeeze. Every time you pull that knee in, I'm giving you every opportunity to squeeze that booty as tight as you possibly can for your pulses. Those 3 pulses at the top, 1 full range, and then 3 pulses. We do not go into a break here. We're transitioning into that other side. You still have 20 seconds here. You should be able to get really fatigued. Press into that mat. Think about your belly button pulling towards that spine as you're lifting. Nice job. We rotate onto that other side. Knee comes in 5, in 4. Finish your pulses in 3, in 2. Hold at the bottom for me. Hold right here. Shift the weight into that right leg. Extend your left. Now take right hand and bring it to your right quad as you lift that left leg up and find your balance for me. Then you'll bring that right hand back down. You're right into those pulses. Here's what I need you to think about. Same amount of love on this side. Can you relax your shoulders but stay proud? Think about every time that you squeeze that booty, you're going to only lift up an inch. So don't feel like it's going to be this really big movement. Focus on your form. Yes. Give me 1 more inch, Max. Just like a little bit higher. Yes. That was like so many inches. Perfect. I need 10 seconds. No higher, Kathleen. I want you to almost tuck your tailbone. Just there it is. Perfect. Squeezing and tucking. In 5, we go into that nice little knee to that hover. In 3, and 2, knee comes down, we hover, then we extend and squeeze. So hips stay nice and square, full extension. Everyone's form looks great. Amy, there you go. I feel like we have opposite. You have like a Cabernet on top, and I have the purple on the bottom of my legs. Everybody, 15 seconds. You're coming into the end of it. So hold here for me. You've got it. Every time you extend, you squeeze. Perfect. Extend and squeeze, 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 squeeze. There it is. Add that pulse in at the top. If you're not added it yet, 3 pulses at the top. 3 and 2. On 1, you bring that knee back into that hover. It's our final 15 seconds here. You're coming onto your back for your finisher for me. I know it's a quick transition, but I want to just get these last little bit of ab in. So you're going into bicycles after this. I need 10 seconds here. Quick transition, fast or slow, I don't care. I just need you in your bicycles. In 5, in 4, both knees come down. You can always do a quick child's pose. In 3, hit your bicycles. In 2, everybody's down, flip onto your back, hands come behind your head, you lift up, and then you twist for me. You twist and you twist and you twist. It's a full 40 seconds in your bicycles. Don't worry, it's already started. I've got about a 10-second buffer because it'll take some of you that long to get set up there. 30 seconds. Yes. It's so helpful when Enz is there to read to you during these. Full extension. Nice. Every time that you reach that leg, I need you to contract. Kathleen, those look great too. Twist and twist. Good. Twist. You've got it. Big reaches. Final 10. Don't give up on your bicycles. 9. You rest. In 8. You have 7 and 6. Final 5 and 4. There for 3 and 2, 1, rest. Everybody rest. Knees into your chest, knees into your chest. You've got it. Take the big inhale here for me. Take that big exhale. I started us right away, so we almost got a couple minutes more today because I'm so used to chatting. When you're ready, if you can rock yourself seated for a second, I do want you to go ahead and bring left forearm to the mat, reaching that right overhead. Take your time when you're there before you reach onto that other side just to get those obliques a little bit warm for me. Hands will then reach all the way up towards that ceiling. You'll take a big inhale. You'll just bring that gaze up towards the ceiling like you did for me in the beginning of class. Palms come together, and then heart center, bringing those palms down. Thank you guys so much. Nice work. I will let everyone know. I might have to do earlier tomorrow, but I'll send a text out. But have such a great rest of the day. See ya. Bye, Enzo.
Say bye.
Bye.